Hey T Squad, let's get into this Angela Oakley tea, child. Since this season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta has aired, the big question regarding Angela Oakley is, did her husband Charles Oakley have a baby on her? Okay, did he pull a Usher? These are my confessions. Let's get into the tea. When Angela was introduced on this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she named all of their children, she stated, and I quote, "Charles and Angela's blended family includes 4 beautiful children she shared during episode 2. I have Amari, who's 24, Avon, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, who's 11, and Charles has Charlie Jr., and we share Arlie, who's 7. And everybody peeped that she left out Charles Jr., who they call Charlie's age. So that really got the rumors and the whispers going on. Wait a minute. Why didn't she say Charles Oakley's son's age? What's up with that? Does he have a love child? Did he cheat on her? Then that led to this clip resurfacing from the Wendy Williams show where Wendy stated this.
Come home. Suzanne, I was at a party with he and his wife one time.
Yes.
And when I was leaving and, getting myself together, gathering my belongings. So I said goodbye to Charles, and then she came over and said goodbye, and she gave me a hug, and then she whispered in my ear, she said, "Can I tell you something?" I said, "What?" She goes, "Wendy, it's only a baby.
Oh.
You can work this out." And I looked at her like, has this ever happened to you? So she said, yes. I said, did you work it out? And she pointed over to Charles and said, yes. I said, well, then you're more forgiving than me. And kept on going. But the whole, like I don't even remember getting in the elevator to go downstairs to get in a car. And my mind is like, wow. Yeah, people put up with that mess.
Not you.
Once that clip popped back up, it got everybody to talking, and everybody was like, oh, this man that had a baby on this lady. When is it gonna come out on the show? Is she trying to hide it? What is going on? Well, Angela responded underneath the clip, and as you can see, she responded saying that Wendy Williams article is insane. Wait until y'all find out how old Charlie Jr. is, with like a crying emoji. Hashtag stay tuned. And then she responded to someone in the comment section and said, more like effed up, because this ain't my story. So she's denying that her husband had a baby on her. And on this past week's episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, we saw Britt put out the claim that she'd heard that Charles had a baby on Angela. After the episode aired, Angela posted these photographs of her and Wendy from that alleged night where she supposedly told Wendy that Charles had had a baby on her. So she wrote, how could one night of fun turn into such internet fodder? So here's photographs of her and Wendy from that alleged night together. Both look cute. Here's another photograph. Here's a photograph of her, Charles, and Wendy. And remember, Wendy had Charles on her show for a cooking segment. We've seen him basically every time we do see him on the show, he's in the kitchen cooking. Here's another photograph. So once again, she's saying that, child, this is not true. I can't wait to hear her side of the story and see how she says that night went. What did she actually say? What went on that night? Well, somebody on the internet posted this bit of tea. So an anonymous tip wrote into reality_recap and said, hey, okay, so you can know the truth. Charles Jr., aka Charlie, is an adult. He's like 27 to 30 years old and he lives in Atlanta. Angela's daughter, who is married to a female, her dad is deceased. The little boy on the show, who is only Angela's son, he's like 12. We don't know who his father is. Can you find out? But he calls Charles dad on the show, and Charles is not the papa. Now it has been said that Charles married her while she was pregnant with their daughter in July, and the daughter was born November 2016. So maybe, just maybe, whoever he had a baby with while he was with Angela is what made him feel like he had to marry her, because the two ladies may have been pregnant at the same time. Charles still calls Sheree often, and I know because, well, let's just say, trust me, I know. Can't wait to see if they're going to renew their vows. And half the time he's living in his condo and she's staying in the house. Girl. Woo. Okie dokie. Now, this is all alleged. We don't know if this to be true, but this person is saying that Charles Jr. is a grown man. There is a possibility that maybe he overlapped and got Angela and somebody else pregnant at the same time. And this person is saying that he still is in contact with Sheree and lives separately from Angela. Once again, don't know if this is true or not. We're going to have to wait to find out exactly how old Charles Jr. is, but I do believe that he is a grown man. I don't believe that he is a child at all. And when you look up information about this alleged side baby on the internet, there is no information at all. None whatsoever. You can't find anything. So it seems as if that very well may be untrue that he had a baby on her. Let's take a listen to what this TikToker had to say about the situation.
My favorite thing is when reality TV stars think we're as stupid as they want us to be. So did we peep in episode 2 of Real Housewives of Atlanta when Angela said this?
We shared 4 beautiful children. I have Amari, who's 24, Aiden, who's 11, Charles has Charlie Jr., and we shared Arlie, who's 7. The food looks, I can't wait to eat.
Did you hear that? Did you hear how she phrased that? I have her, Charles have Charlie Jr., and then we share bloop. Right? So did we peep in episode 2 of... Then in last night's episode, she says this.
2017 with Madison Square Garden, that was a very, very rough time. Charles was attending a game in New York. The owner does not like Charles and called security to come escort him out. And we were newly married and he needed to heal and I couldn't heal him. During this time, I was just like, you know what? We're going to try to work through this at a distance. And we did live separately. So us just recommitting to one another, I feel like it's important at this moment because everything that happened since we got married, it affected us. Yeah. But Charles is holding our vow renewal over my head because he feels like we spent all these money on these houses. Let's handle this first and then we can jump into something else.
Then in last night's episode, now you gonna sit up here and look us dead in that camera lens and say because he was kicked out of a New York Knicks game is why y'all had to live separated? No, it's giving that Charlie Jr. was born during the same year y'all got married or like right after y'all got married or right before y'all got married. And that's why you had to stay separated. And that's why it's so important for you to renew your vows. Which, if that's what it is, then that's what it is. Live your truth. We're not dummies. Like, what? Like, I don't get it. Like, did you think we wasn't gonna catch that? I'm sorry.
I personally don't believe he had a baby on her. I think that Angela knows the game and knows that if that was the case, to just come out and say it. So far on this show, she has come across very truthful and upfront about who she is, what she's going through, her feelings. So I don't think that would be something that she would hide. I would think that would be something that she would try to get in front of, per se. I can also see how the TikToker would think that them separating over him getting kicked out of Madison Square Garden doesn't sound plausible, but you got to consider the fact that this man played for the Knicks for years, and to be kicked out of an establishment that he gave a great portion of his life towards had to be very traumatizing and heartbreaking. It gave him a bad name, and it was a lot going on when that happened. So I can see how that would have affected their marriage to the point where they probably did have to separate. He doesn't seem like a man that is easy to get along with on just the regular day. So just imagine him going through something like that. I also want to point out that when Angela and Charles was on Watch What Happens Live, RHOA was brought up. Let's take a listen.
That was a wild story about you getting banned from MSG.
Yes.
Does that still hold?
I'm not banned, but haven't been there.
Okay. Maybe you'll come with me to a Knicks game sometime and see what happens.
Yeah, let's do it.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Maybe they ban both of us in.
I know. Yeah, exactly. What an honor that would be. Now, Charles played for the Bulls. Do you know Larsa Pippen?
I've met Larsa through Charles. She's a friend of Charles.
All right. What did you think of Larsa and Marcus Jordan dating?
Wow. Couldn't never. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, anything can happen.
Yes, it does. And it will. Let's go to the virtual fans. Hannah from Michigan, what's your question for Angela Oakley? Hey.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Will.
Hey, what's happening?
Angela, are the rumors true that Charles Oakley dated RHOA back in the day? Did you ever run into her in Atlanta?
You know what? Charles has dated many women back in the day. So I think the rumors are true, but it's nothing we talk about. So no, I don't run into RHOA. And
now, I don't know about y'all, but for me, that's the bigger story. What's going on between Charles and RHOA? Does he in fact still keep in touch with her? Is he in fact living in a condo separately from Angela still to this day? She seemed very, what's the word I want to use? She came across, when answering that question, uncomfortable. That seemed to me like a sticky situation there. I don't know. The energy kind of shifted. She didn't seem like the confident Angela we normally get. What y'all think? Let me know what y'all made of that. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Charles had a baby on her? Do you not think he had a baby on her? Let's talk about it. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.